Lindsay here, the Frugal Crafter. I want to share with you what I just got for some quilting projects at Martin's last night. They were having 20% off their marked down cotton fabric, so I got some pretty good deals, and I just wanted to share the other things that I picked up as well. I got through the jury selection process, only got picked for one civil case that's serving in February, so I decided now I'm going to have more time this month than I thought, and I could treat myself to a little fabric so I could maybe make a bedspread for my bed. The first thing I found was these rolls of ribbon. They were $1.49, and I think this ribbon is normally 80 cents a yard, and these are 10-yard packages, and I thought these were grosgrain. I thought they'd be kind of pretty. I thought I might even try binding a quilt with this because grosgrain tends not to fray. I'm not sure if I'll do that or not, but I figured $1.50 for 10 yards of some really cute grosgrain ribbon wasn't a bad deal. I could use it, always use it for something. I love my ribbon. Zippers were 4 for $1, and I just grabbed a few. I just noticed that one's different, but I'd seen a really cute tutorial on how to make some quilted zipper pouches, so I thought that this would be just fun to have and try. So 25 cents a zipper, not bad. I also picked up this, it was pre-cut batting. It was $2.98 for 2 yards of 57-inch wide batting. I've been doing smaller quilts, so I figured it would be fun. If I don't, I'll use it for the quilted purses, but I didn't think that was a bad deal. I don't know, I am new to quilting, so you can let me know if I got ripped off. I don't think I did because I think Martin's prices are pretty good. I got a half a yard of this just chocolate brown fabric. It was $1.75 for a half yard, and I figured I would need, because I was getting all these crazy prints, I'm like, I'm gonna need a little something to, you know, break it up, sash, or to do something with, because this is gonna be a little crazy. I don't intend to use all these colors together, but I'm more like when I bead, when I quilt, when I do anything like that, I like to have the supplies and then decide what I want to do with it, rather than getting a pattern and buying exactly what I need, because I don't enjoy working from a pattern that much. This fabric here was 80 cents, I think, yeah, 80 cents, and it's a half yard. I thought this was a cute pattern, so I grabbed that. And all the remnants were 20% off too. This was 2 yards for $3.98, and I like this watercolor fabric. I thought I might back a quilt with it. I saw a really cute hexagon quilt that I thought about trying, so we'll see, but I figured, you know, that's $2 a yard. You can't beat that, really. I don't think so, not for cotton. I like this cute stripe. I paid 69 cents for that quarter yard. These are all quarter yards I'm going to show you from here on out. This was 49 cents. Really cute. It looks like an Amy Butler. I'm not sure if it is or not, but it looks like some scrapbook paper that I have that's Amy Butler, and I know she also does fabric. Love this chevron. This was 69 cents. Oh my gosh, it looks like, you know, modern leaves. 39 cents. Why didn't I buy more of that? That's insane. I should have bought more. I can always go back, I guess. This was 39 cents. This pretty red and white pattern. Some of the Paul Frank monkeys, sock monkeys. I love sock monkeys. 80 cents for a quarter yard. This was 70 cents for a quarter yard. This is pretty. I did get a couple colors that aren't normally my thing, but I thought that was kind of nice. 50 cents for that, a quarter yard. This was 50 cents, and this is kind of neat. It's kind of just a vintage, fabric. I don't really know what I'm gonna do with it, but like I said, I like to get the fabric, then work from it. I love this. It's like an Oriental butterfly pattern. This was 80 cents for a quarter yard. If you're, and Martin's has locations all over the state of Maine, so if you come up here for a vacation in the summer, find one and check out the fabric department. They all have really nice fabric departments. They had some jelly rolls for $12, but they were the big ones that are normally $40, but I didn't like the pattern, so I didn't get any of those. Sometimes I wish I got some when they had the really nice selection of them. So, you know, you just want to keep your eyes open. This was 50 cents. It's just a black and white. I thought it was more of a neutral, and I could use that with some of the other patterns that I got. On to stack number 2. And the women that work in the fabric department are so nice. I had this like stack of bolts in my car, and it was like 15 minutes before they closed, and she didn't give me a hard time at all. She was happy to cut it. It was really nice. This was 70 cents. I thought this was just an elegant, lovely pattern. As you can see, I like the bright colors. I think you can probably tell a lot about somebody's personality by the fabric they choose. And look at these. These look nice together, I think. Pretty. $1 for that quarter yard. A little expensive there. You paid $1 for that one, baby. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get probably some new fabric storage after this, but I did use up quite a bit from my other quilts that I made. Quarter yard. This was $1 as well. This was 82 cents. There we go for that one. Actually, you know what? I'm thinking maybe some of these didn't get discounted, the 20% off, but I'm not going to worry about it. 40 cents for that little paisley, and it actually goes with this right here, I think. I think they're from the same line. This was 50 cents. Look how pretty this is. I probably should have got more of that. I think that's really nice. It reminds me of doilies. I have some scrapbook paper kind of like that. Love that. So pretty. This was 60 cents, and I just thought this was so cheerful. It reminds me kind of like the sakura flowers, like the Oriental patterns there. I just like I like the orange and the pink, the reddish orangey pink and yellow. I thought that was just really cheerful. This I really liked. They had the whole line of this style of fabric. This wasn't one of the discounted ones. This was $1.25 for this. But I didn't really care for the other patterns in the line. They were pretty. There were some bird cages and some peacocks. But I really like this pattern. I thought it would be versatile. So I didn't get the whole line, even though it was available. But sometimes you kind of have to look at it like that. I thought, you know, I could actually make my own jelly rolls pretty inexpensively, just buying a quarter yard of like 12 different fabrics and then slicing it up. So that's another option too, you know, if you can't find a jelly roll that you like or they're too expensive. This pad, I'll open it up so you can see a little bit more. I just thought this was just really fun and bright. I'm gonna be an old lady who wears crazy muumuus all the time, I think. That was 60 cents. I should have bought more. It's probably a good thing I didn't know how low the prices would be once they, you know, at a quarter yard, once they discounted it, because I probably would have got in some serious trouble. That was 60 cents. I just thought it was kind of a nice mellow yellow pattern. I like the prints. I like yellow. I like yellow. I like warm colors. This is kind of like a dahlia or a chrysanthemum flower. This was 50 cents. These are going to be so pretty in a quilt. And the thing is, I'm a beginner with quilting, so I'm going to make mistakes, and I'm not going to worry that my materials are so expensive that I'll be afraid to cut into them, and that won't happen when, you know, I'm paying 50 cents for a quarter yard. And that was 80 cents. I like those little trees. I actually have stamps that are like that, so that's maybe I can find a way to incorporate them together. This was 80 cents. Pretty. Just lovely daisy kind of flower or tassels, or I don't know, echinacea or something. It's pretty. This was 80 cents. It was a watercolory, kind of gaudy. I don't know. I kind of like gaudy fabrics, but you know, they're pretty. And this one was pretty. It was 80 cents. I liked it because it's just kind of like, it's like a neutral, but it's got all these vintage like certificates, and it's kind of masculine. I thought that it would have a lot of different uses. You could use it on a quilt for a guy or a woman. So there, that's what I got at Martin's. That's my fabric haul. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any ideas on what I should use these fabrics for other than quilting, or maybe if you have some quilting ideas for me, please leave me the ideas in the comments below and give me a thumbs up and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, happy crafting.